What's going on, guys? Mr. Domo here, back at it again, and welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to share with you guys my recent Jawa collection. So I'm doing a Jawa variant collection, and so I know I haven't really done like a video showing what I have so far in my collection. Now this is just an early start on my collection, and so my newest pickup is this card back here. So this is the original Power of the Force card back with the coin and Jawa there. And so I wanted to get this guy because I know there's graders out there that get their loose figures, their loose action figures graded, and they have the coin off to the side. But I'm not a big fan of collecting coins, but I just love the card back because obviously this is the OG, like the original Power of the Force, card back. And plus I love that the coins already displayed there with the action figure. So I just, I couldn't pass up the offer. Plus it's a beautiful card back. I mean, I'm kind of like, in awe about the score of the card back because it is really beautiful and it's unpunched, as you can see up there. So obviously the bubble is yellowed, which is kind of common with these Power of the Force card backs. Like I've seen a ton of them with these yellow bubbles, and it's just the way that what happens over time with these bubbles. And so let me show you what this is here. So this is a 1985 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 92 back Jawa, and this one received an 80 near mint score, and of course you see the Y there. And so AFA, designates that Y when, there's yellowing on that bubble. And like I said, it's pretty common with these, especially with the Power of the Force. So, the card back got an 80, the bubble got an 80, and then the figure got an 85. Obviously, I mean, it's still good. And, talking to John, like he gave me a heads up about, what really drops the score on the figure, even though it's in the bubble, is if like their accessories, their little weapon there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if it comes off the tape, that actually plays a role into the actual grading of the figure, even though it's inside the bubble, which is kind of insane because obviously like the figure's mint, like it's not outside the bubble, but it does drop it if the weapon there or the accessory comes off the tape, which is really insane. But as you can see, the weapon there, the little Jawa blaster, is still intact on the tape, as you can see it. So which is really cool. And then of course let me show you the back side here. So this is really nice. Look how clean and yellow. I mean, the color is still vibrant on this card back, and I love it. So this is the 92. Obviously this is the most that they had on their card back. Now technically there is 93 action figures that Kenner put out there, but Yak Face, because he was not released in the US, and this is a US Kenner card back, they didn't add him on there. So this one just shows the 92 figures that were released, but not the 93, the 93rd one, Yak Face, because he was not released in the United States. I think he's on the Canadian card back, and I believe he's on like the Europeans and other card backs out there. And so of course you have the collect all 62 coins, and there was two versions of the coins. They have like the silver ones, and then they have the gold ones, and like the gold one right here, like the Jawas. So I think that's pretty interesting, and I love this card back. And I'm kind of like on the fence now because I'm like I kind of want to do a different card back because there are tons of card backs out there for Jawas. Like, there's obviously a New Hope, the Star Wars card back, and then there's the Empire Strikes Back, and then there's the Return of the Jedi, and then there's tons of variants on those card backs. If they have like an offer for a different figure or a free figure, or the really cool ones are the ones that have the offer for Boba Fett, which is really neat. So enough with the card back. So here are the 4 loose Jawas that I have. So my first one that I ever collected is this guy right here, and so he is a light brown Stitch, and I don't know if you can see it right there. It's kind of, super light there, and he was my first one that I obtained to finish off my first 12 collection. And so here, this is a 1977 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, country of origin Hong Kong, Jawa, light brown Stitch, and he received an 85 plus near mint plus score, which is really nice. And obviously I had this guy for a while because this is how AFA used to do it. They just slapped a sticker on the accessories on the side there, and so that it's cool, but I'm really digging this new accessory holder. And so I believe this was the second one that I obtained. This is my dark brown Stitch guy, and you can see right there that the stitching is a little bit darker, and it almost blends in with the the little cloak there, the cloth. So that is really neat. And so here we have a 1977 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, country of origins Hong Kong, Jawa, dark brown Stitch, and he also received an 85 plus near mint plus score. So really nice, and like I said, I really dig that accessory holder there. That looks really cool, and of course his face is hidden. He's just a shy guy, but that's what happens, especially when they have large hoods like that. There's so much extra fabric that it tends to hide their little faces there, and I believe this guy. See, as you can see, there's also, huge difference there on that hood. Look how big that hood is on the dark brown Stitch, and then on the light brown, it's just a small hood. So there are those variants out there, not only with the Stitch, but also with the hoods, and then the fabric of the, the cape, and then of course there's the vinyl one, which I'm gonna try to get one, but they're pretty pricey, and so I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But so this guy right here, this was the third one that I obtained, and I was really surprised about this. I didn't think it was really a purple Stitch, but it's really hard to tell. I think it's more noticeable when you look underneath the the little cape here. But this guy right here is a 1977 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, country of origins Hong Kong, Jawa, and this is a purple Stitch, and he received an 85. So really good score for that. I was really surprised about that guy. But yeah, it's like I said, I mean, these guys, the graders down there at AFA, I mean, they're looking through this with the microscope, so they can obviously tell the color of these stitches. But I was really, I was really impressed about that. So that was a good score, and plus a good variant to have. And so the last one that I obtained here, this guy is the small hood smooth cape version, and I believe this guy that's inside this card back is also a smooth cape small hood variant also. So this guy here is a 1977 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, no country of origin, Jawa, and he is a small hood smooth cape, and he received a 75 plus, so an excellent plus near mint score, and that is really nice. So the fabrics here, like these guys, their capes are a little bit more rough. Now this guy is super silky, like it is smooth. And there are two variants that I know of that have a smooth cape, but they have a large hood or a small hood. So they are two of those. And then the stitching here, I think it's just a dark stitch. They don't annotate what kind of color of the stitch it is, but I believe they all have a dark stitch. I'm not sure if they have a light stitch. I don't think I've seen one with the light stitch. I think they just have dark stitches. So so far right there is 4 loose ones, and like I said, obviously the vinyl cape is the sought out one, but obviously that takes a little moolah. And then there is the green stitch variant out there. So there is a green stitch, and then there is a gray stitch out there. Now I don't know, but I've heard over forums that they might be kind of like a rust color orange color stitch there, but I personally have not seen it. I've just heard people talk about it over the forums, so I don't know if that's true or not. But that is my Jawa collection so far. I am still working on it, obviously. Oh, and then a last one too. Also, John from the Action Figure Grader does have a dark stitch. So it's almost like a black stitch, but it's just, I guess they just name it dark stitch. And so I know he has one of those, and he has a very impressive Jawa collection. So I'm trying to get there, I'm trying to get there. But that is it. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do this card back also with my Jawa collection. I think it looks great. It gives it kind of like somewhat of a background when I'm displaying it. So I got the card back plus my loose Jawas. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the support. And as soon as I get my AFA shipment, I will definitely do an unboxing video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.